We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue. But nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington football team. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Barkley, toss play left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. From the gun, Jones, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A give to Barkley out of the gun. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Saquon Barkley.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, is 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These three tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Uncorks one for Davis, and he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Gibson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. It'll be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
I'm only going to be out
past the 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy,
and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Tackle made by Chase Young. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Saquon Barkley. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Jones on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a let.
And got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Looking to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 37, 16 yards, a first down.
New York.
From the gun, Jones. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Zach Pascal. Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again, Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to get away. Being chased down, and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Oh, good hurdle. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Giants.
Now Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
This is Barkley. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
At the 45-yard line.
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man, it's Gibson complete.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's the end of the third. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Sliding out of the pocket. Jones hit and the ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let him know. Check. 60 Bison. Check three.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson,
43 yards.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of it. Was frustrated. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And they'll run for it with Barkley. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones flushed out right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.